business is called Back Office Support Solutions, trades as Ask the Boss. My name is Durrell, and the business acts as a financial partner to small and medium-sized enterprises, handling all things from annual accounts, confirmation statements, payroll, cash flow, and even virtual FD work. My role within the organisation is to run all the compliance, to make sure that our licences are up to date. The money laundering is all taken care of in terms of training and making sure staff are aware of all the issues that go along with that. Me personally, over 30 years. But as a business, probably for about the last 3 years. Well, I knew it was available. I thought it was the sort of thing that was really only open to larger businesses because some businesses make it their business to invest. So I thought I would try with our existing bankers who were unable to help. So then I did some research and found out that there are facilities out there enabling businesses to invest their spare cash, and InvestEngine was one of those. Not so much payroll, but definitely money that we've budgeted for VAT, corporation tax, and any other spare cash that we have that is not going to be needed within the short term. Well, it's not my money, it's the business's money, so I have to respect that. And as a result, we choose very broad market ETFs, giving exposure to lots of different areas, mainly US, UK, and worldwide, and also the ETF that offers the interbank overnight rate facility too. No, it wasn't, and I've only recently added it to the portfolio. I was able to take a sort of a calculated risk. A year or two ago, I knew that the stock markets around the world were on the low side, so I took advantage of that, understanding that there's probably a good chance that they would rise above those low levels. Whereas now, some of those markets you could argue are overheated, so the overnight rate seemed like a good place to start putting some of that cash as well to sort of even out the risk. Well, for starters, it's an incredibly simple tool to use, both online or as an app. The Auto Invest facility is a great tool to have on there. It's a simple thing, but it's just one of those things you don't have to think about once you've made the decision where are you going to put your money. You can always rebalance that portfolio any time you like, but the simplicity of using it and the Auto Invest facility, I think, make it a very worthwhile app. Well, it's made everyone more aware of the opportunities of investing spare cash, and also it's increased our revenue as well. You should earmark and you should invest your spare cash if it's going to be sitting on deposit in a current account, getting minimal interest. But if that is truly spare cash that is not required over a certain period of time, then looking at some of the opportunities in InvestEngine or any other areas where you can put that money would be worthwhile. My early career out of university was in financial advice. So I had an idea about investing. It was drummed into me from a young age about the benefits of saving and putting money aside. So with that philosophy over the last sort of 30 years and the exposure to the information you can get access to online, for example, was something I became aware of, understood, and it seemed like a very sensible thing to do over the long period. Well, you've got to calculate your risk, and you've got to remember it's not your money, because that money should be going towards other employees, for example, in your business. I can't speak for every business is structured differently, but you need to do your own risk analysis and decide what you want to do with any spare cash if you have any. The world we live in at the moment and all the different financial tools that are available, I really wanted something that was low cost and low risk. And with the ETF range that InvestEngine had access to, made that a very easy decision to make, because there are lots of very low cost, broad market funds. So rather than trying to beat the market, just become part of the market. Low risk, low cost, and broad market, so worldwide indexes, broad American S&P 500, FTSE 100, some of the big markets. I don't look at any emerging markets or things like that, but low cost, broad exposure. It can be very useful because if you have a number of clients who also have some spare cash, that it only makes sense that they get as much out of that spare cash as they can. And if they can find a partner to invest with that spare cash, then again, that will be an additional revenue stream, and it's making your money work for you rather than sitting on deposit doing very little work for you within your business current account.